Sorry, we forgot the back side of the board on the RCI 2950. Sorry about that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's the 2950, that's right. I'm going to try to get the back side of the board so you guys can see it. There we go, finally. Hope it's recording right now, so you guys can see the board on it, okay? This is actually the back side of the board. I forgot to put that in the second video. This is the second video of the RCI 2950. So you guys can see it. I want to do some video on that second, so you guys get a good glimpse. I'm going to zoom it up so you guys can tell me what you see in here. I'm sending that out to Mike CB Repair and the other guys out there that knows about Rangers. I'll probably have to send it to Mike's CB Repair to him to get it fixed to help me out. So look at that. That's usually common on the range I heard, but that's where the MOSFETs connect. I'm moving that all the way up. Move it down a little bit. Give you guys a look at that. That's why I put it outside, because that stuff I spray on it. I spray the oxy spray on it, the DX spray I was talking about. The stuff everybody uses. It actually helps electronics. That's why I put some spray on it to make it, to bring the components back. The only thing this thing's working is the PA. And you'll see what happens when I did the Yacht spray, see if it brings it back to life. But I know who I can send it to if someone can actually help me out. I trust the professionals. But you have to understand what took me to get this radio I wanted to get so bad. Foam Farming gave me this, and other stuff too, but plus my money I earned during when I was doing something back 3 weeks ago on clearing out some chores and stuff. But I want this radio for a lot of reasons, to talk on Skip and talk a lot of locals in my area. This is more like a reliable radio I need to have. I have several ones, but this one I really like to get this one working really good. The Rangers are really good. It's like the closest thing to a Saturn Turbo Galaxy radio. Yeah, I do get a lot of activity up here where I live. We have a lot of guys on radios, truckers. It just depends on those days. We had Skip rolled in just yesterday at this time, I think around the afternoon. We had people from Colorado and California on channel 17. Sometimes it comes on 38 once in a while, but it's pretty good. Utah is getting Skip up here. Yeah. And they're pretty respect on the radio up here where I'm at in Utah. We have very respect CBers out there. Some are not, some are good. Depends. But I think everybody should get back into CB radio and ham radio so we can have a communication people can talk on. And I think we can do pretty quite good. But I would love to get a call net starting here where I'm at on the local channels. It would be great to check on our weather conditions and all that stuff. And test our radios. But do you know how long it took me to get one of these radios? A very long time. I always wanted to have a Saturn or a Ranger since when I was 15 years old. Back in 1995 and 96, they were very high price, almost the price of a 46 computer between a Pentium 3 and Pentium 4. That's what they were like. I heard these radios were great talkers. I've talked to guys that had them when I lived in Hollywood, Florida at that time. And there was a channel called Channel 17. It was actually called the Family Radio Channel, people called it. We had guys named Memphis Boy, Frankenstein, Nighthawk. We had different guys. We had guys called Squash, Manhattan Bass. We had a woman named called Critter. She moved out at that time in 1995 or 94 or 96 it was, or 97. She moved to Georgia, what I know. But Nighthawk was one of the guys I talked to a lot of times, and mostly Memphis Boy. Memphis Boy was a guy that lived in North Miami. He gave me all the abilities about the CBs back then. He's mailed me a copy of stuff one time. It was a homeschool test I had to try it out for. He wanted to help me out. He had one of those powerful base stations at 55,000 watts on a beam antenna. He only lived about, I think about a mile away from where I live, or 3 miles. I don't know if anybody remembers those guys out there. If anyone was living in South Florida during the times of 1994, 97, Channel 17 in Hollywood, Florida, and North Miami Beach, put a comment down below. Let me know about that, because I might be able to find out those old guys out there that are still out there. I was called Mr. Weatherman back then, and also it used to be Mr. Cool 362, and I go by Foxman 362 on the CB radio now these days. 362 comes from a long ways. It was actually from a video game I played back on the Nintendo 64 called Star Fox 64. That's where it came from. But I was called Mr. Weatherman back on the CB on Channel 17 in 1995 through 1997. I had a Navajo TRC 496 back then. It was one of those base stations. And it was on a Super Lance antenna. It was one of those rubber ducky type antennas. And what happened one day, my radio got overheated in hot conditions in my room, because I didn't run no air conditioning that time, and it most smoked out one of my capacitors. It was smoking in my Navajo radio back then. I didn't know anything about stuff back then. So that's when I went off the air back in 1997. But this radio I paid for $99, brand new from Radio Shack. The warranty was already been up in 1996, I think. I was just going to give you an idea of the RCI Ranger 2950. These are beautiful radios, I heard. And if I get it working right, everything good, I have a great skip talker for people I can talk to anytime I want. And probably will get more radios in the near future, knowing me. But for the price I paid for it, was well worth it. So I'm going to let you go. I just had to do some zoom up these things and show you what it looks like. In a second, I'm going to show you what the display looks like right here. Alright, sorry the video took so long. Just wanted to show you guys what this Ranger 2950 looks like. The RCI. Not the DX version, it's the orange type version you guys can see. Let me see if I get it on the bottom. There we go. So I'm going to let you guys go. You have a wonderful day. Great evening out here. I know the times out here in Utah is more daylight starting now where I'm at. Alright. I'll let you guys go. Hope you enjoy the video. Just hope you guys understand, you can see what's the inside of the components. And thanks. Catch y'all later.